The summer of 2023 was the first and last time that I felt like I had my life together. I was moved out of my parents' house, living in the city. I was working a job that was like what I went to school for. I was doing video, like freelance videos. So I was at events, filming with my camera or holding my boom pole for sound, and I would, you know, not make a lot of money, but I was pretty broke. But I was able to afford rent and groceries, and I could buy a CD every week, right? Or go thrifting. So I was pretty happy, and for the first time ever, I felt like an adult, right? I felt like a real person. And then one night, I was filming a documentary about this really cool guy. His name is Chronic and Catfish. And he would go to the Schuylkill River at like 1 a.m, catch catfish, and smoke weed. And I wanted to film a documentary about him. So I'm there, real late at night, filming him, standing outside in the summer. And he's like putting worms and bait on his, fishing hook to catch catfish. And I'm filming him and interviewing him. And I start to notice through my viewfinder, everything kind of rocking and swaying. And then I'm like, it looks kind of, I can't really see what's going on. So I was like, is something wrong with my camera? And then I realized, no, something's wrong with me. And I felt like I was going to pass out. And I had to stop the interview, and I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I got to go home. I don't feel good. And I remember getting home was tough. It was scary. And for the next few months, I was so confused and scared because my body was just like not working right. And I felt like I was going to pass out all the time. And I felt like my arms and legs weighed like 1,000,000 pounds. And I didn't have health insurance yet. I was like in the middle of getting health insurance, right? Like signing up and stuff. And but I was so scared and freaked out. I would use my credit card and go to CVS and use their like doctor thing, and they would do like mono tests on me and stuff like that, and it would all come back negative. And I was like, oh my God, just wasted a bunch of money, but I still have no answers. I'm scared. And wasn't able to work because I couldn't stand and hold my camera or my boom pole. It felt like 1,000,000 pounds. And I couldn't even like walk around. I would walk to the park and try to walk around. I would, getting home felt like a freaking like odyssey, So eventually I was like, I gotta move back home with my parents. And so I did. Slowly I moved back home with my parents. And I watched I remember I was watching the Wiggles documentary. Came out, and I had a doctor appointment for a test, right? And so this is like a week before that. I'm watching the Wiggles documentary. I watched so many movies because there's nothing I could do besides just sit on the couch. And Greg, the yellow Wiggle, there was a part of the documentary when he was describing health issues, and what he was describing, I was like, well, this sounds like what I'm going through right now. And he had to quit the Wiggles, and he got help, and he got diagnosed with POTS. And I was like, wait, that's what I'm getting tested for this week. And so I got tested and got diagnosed with POTS. And it's a dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system. And what that means is all the automatic stuff like my blood pressure, my heart rate, other stuff just it's not working right. So a lot of times my heart rate goes up and my blood pressure drops, and that makes me like pass out. And yeah, and I tried medication and stuff, and it wasn't working. So over the past year, I did physical therapy, and I drank electrolyte mix and stuff like that. So that was my 2024. I got diagnosed at the end of 2023, and then 2024, I'm kind of figuring out. And now, new year 2025, I'm like, still figuring it out. Don't feel normal, and it's been kind of like disabling a lot of times. It comes in like waves. So the good news is, like Greg from the Wiggles, he learned to manage it over a span of years, and and I know a lot of people do. So it's not like the end of the world. And but just lately, it's definitely taken a toll on my self-esteem. Right, I feel very like like I was a man and now I'm like a baby, So I was thinking about this a lot today because I have Medicaid here in New Jersey, and I didn't realize, but they were going to cancel it on me because they thought I still lived in Pennsylvania. And I have like a few days to prove that I live here with my parents. And I was on the phone, and the lady was like, "Oh, well, you have a car, right? Like and I was like, "Oh, I don't have a car." I was like, "I actually don't know how to drive." And that's a whole other story. But she was like, "Oh, well, you're not married, right?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Okay, no car, no bitches. You got pay stub?" I was like, "No." Broke, no bands. I was like, "I have a PayPal payment from TikTok." She's like, "No." I was like, "Fuck, man. I can't even prove that. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, it's so embarrassing." I'm like, "Can my mommy and daddy call you and tell you that I live here?" And they're like, "No." But I was able to, we'll see. I have my taxes and that, so that should work. But yeah, it just made me feel real, bleh, But work in progress, guys, We're manifesting, There's something in your ear. How did you get this? This belonged to my great aunt Gertrude. How did you get this? She called it her magical sphere. Everyone in my family thought she was crazy, but I always thought she was kind of cool. She would tell us that she could see things. And I don't know, she's kind of out there, but she always had a way of knowing stuff. So I remember she said there was like a phrase you could say, and you could ask the magical sphere, like, like what your future will be. And it's supposed to like show you or something. I don't know. She never could get it to work. I don't know. It's stupid. It's like oh magical sphere, oh magical sphere, what is my destiny? Why am I here? Then you're supposed to like ask, like, am I destined to manage my chronic illness and save money, learn how to drive, buy a car, and follow my dreams. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. This is like a waste of time. It's stupid, but you know, she was kind of, I don't know. This whatever. Um, oh, magical sphere. Oh, magical sphere. What is my destiny? Why am I here? Am I destined to meet a divorced sugar mommy MILF and eat all her food and use her credit card for V-Bucks? She was right. Great Aunt Gertrude was right. The old bat was right! Brain goes numb, mind is gone. I am dumb, I am wrong. Why go and say it like that? Don't you see?